Welcome one and all my friends. My neighbors, welcome to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. Folks, there's been a story going around in the news the last couple of days, and honestly, we've been hesitant to touch it, but it feels irresponsible to stay silent any longer. It's cold outside, like really cold, and yet, just a few months ago, it wasn't. Where does this end? April? Thanks, Donald Trump. Appreciate that. Right now, an Arctic blast is sweeping across the country, especially the Midwest. In Chicago today, wind chills dropped to 20 below zero. That's not weather, that's a cry for help. I used to live in Chicago, and let me tell you, when it gets that cold, layering isn't fashion, it's survival. You don't get dressed, you assemble yourself like a lasagna. And somewhere out there's a guy trying to hail a cab, and the cab is like, nope. Meanwhile, yesterday, Trump met with auto industry leaders and announced he's throwing out rules encouraging electric vehicles. He called it a green new scam. Yeah, because nothing screams future like going backward. According to him, all you need in a car is the basics: gas pedal, steering wheel, and apparently, a little hula dancer on the dashboard. That's right, forget GPS, just follow the rhythm of the tiny plastic dancer. He's also canceling emission standards. Of course he is. I assume because standing behind a tailpipe is how he applies his makeup. Just a light mist. Blend it in, rev the engine for contour, and somehow, they're saying this will lower car costs. Really? Because the Transportation Secretary, Sean Duffy, says the market should decide. Yeah, because when I think smart decisions, I think the same people who brought back trucks. Apparently, this could bring back the 1970s station wagon. Oh good, no seatbelts, wood paneling, and the sweet aroma of dad smoking with the windows rolled up. Kids, breathe it in, its flavor. Then Trump slapped his name on another building in D.C., this time calling it the Donald J. Trump Institute of Peace. Peace. That's bold branding. That's like opening a gym called Naptime Palace. They're calling him the greatest deal maker in history. Oh really? Are we just forgetting Wayne Brady? The man can negotiate and sing. That's diplomacy. Speaking of peace, let's talk about war, because things got a little messy with military operations involving alleged drug boats. The Defense Secretary, Pete Hegseth, is in hot water after strikes that, let's just say, raised some eyebrows and possibly some international laws. There was even a second strike on survivors. Survivors. That's not strategy, that's a sequel nobody asked for. The admiral in charge, Frank Mitch Bradley, defended it by saying the survivors were still trying to continue their mission. Continue how? The boat's gone. What are they gonna do, bro? A dolphin? Hey Flipper, quick ride to Miami. Sorry bro, I'm starting a band. And apparently, the survivors were considered a threat, because they radioed for help. Oh wow. So now asking for help is hostile. What is this? A family road trip? Don't touch the radio. Kids, it's Bruce Springsteen until international waters. Another admiral, Elvin Halsey, was reportedly fired for questioning the legality, which is always a good sign when the guy asking is this legal gets fired. You're probably not doing great. And remember that whole Signal app situation, where sensitive military plans somehow ended up in a group chat that included journalist Jeffrey Goldberg. Yeah, turns out that wasn't ideal. The Inspector General confirmed it risked troop safety. You think posting war plans in a group chat is not strategy? That's fantasy football with missiles. At this point, I'm not sure how long Hegseth stays in the job, but don't worry. I hear he's got a backup plan co-hosting a podcast with a raccoon that definitely has a drinking problem. Meanwhile, on a lighter note, Spotify Wrapped is out. And guess what? Bad Bunny is once again the most streamed artist globally. No surprise there. The man drops hits like I drop Wi-Fi during a storm. Spotify now tells you your listening age. Apparently, if you listen to a lot of 70s music, you're 67. Which means, if you listen to ambient thunderstorm sounds, congratulations, you're older than Earth. They also added clubs. If you like upbeat music, you're in Club Serotonin. If you listen to 1,000 minutes of Kid Rock, you're in Club Courtort or DUI. And finally, Pantone revealed the color of the year for 2026. You ready? It's white. Just white. That's not a color, that's a surrender flag. They're calling it Cloud Dancer. No, that's not a color, that's either a unicorn toy or your aunt's new name after going to Burning Man. Stick around. We've got a great show tonight. Guests include Jen Psaki and Weird Al Yankovic. We'll be right back.